If you have been waiting for a frantic racing party game, look no further. SpeedRunners is the game you have been looking for. I haven't had this much fun with a racing game in a long time. It's a Running Man version of Mario Kart with colorful characters. You can unlock extra power-ups as you level up. You have an ice beam, hook shot, homing missiles, boulders. So many over-the-top power-ups just within the touch of a box. You also have this hook that you can use to swing across white borders on the map. It almost reminds me of Bionic Commando, since the more you can chain your swing, the faster you can go. Momentum is a huge key to this game, trying to get as much speed as possible to cut off other players from the map. You can use certain angles on the map to gain momentum, or as mentioned before, if you swing, the faster you can go. You win matches by pushing players outside of the map. If they reach the far back border, boom, they are out. You need to win 3 races to win a round. Memory is going to be a huge key in this game. Just like with any other racing game, the routes you take can shorten your times for victory. But be careful, just like other racers similar to this, you can get hit by an enemy's power-up at any time. Timing also does come into play. You need to time your jumps and your use of your power-ups carefully. One hit too soon or too late can waste a special, or even worse, if you hit a wall, you can stop your momentum completely, which can result in a game over. The speed can be so fast at times when you get going, you can lose where you're at on the screen, especially if there's a group of you guys close together. Sometimes when playing multiplayer games, I couldn't tell who I was, always confusing myself with another player. There should be better icons or light-ups for players that stand out from the background, especially when the screen starts shrinking when the clock has been going on for a while. That's also something I've never seen in a racer like this. When folks have either been racing for a while or it's a head-to-head type of race, the field of view starts to shrink. I thought this was very unique. There are tons of unlocks and collectibles to get. Also, there is a map editor mode, so you can download some maps done by others in the community or make your own. I thought this was a fantastic feature since it gives you more replayability down the road. The controls are so easy to use on a controller. It feels so natural and perfect on the sticks. But the default mouse and key controls felt a bit off. Like no one likes to use the arrow keys, and why that would be the default, I have no idea why. It's a good thing that you can map them the way that you want to though in the options. I also did come across my share of bugs. Launching the game was giving me issues. It would launch with half the window outside of my screen. I had to drag it over and then maximize. And I was still having this issue even if I saved it to launch at full screen in the menus. It would also crash when trying to do some multiplayer games. I would be loading into a game, sit here, wait in the lobby, and then all of a sudden it would just crash. As far as a story, there isn't much of a story in this game. You're basically speedrunner, and you challenge all of these other characters to see who the fastest runner of all time is. That's it. That's the story. This game is based around multiplayer. As I mentioned before, I was crashing trying to get into some games, but once you're in, the games do load up quite fast, which is great. It gets you right into the action. I would also advise that you folks do some homework before going online. There's quite a few beasts on this thing, so if you want to keep up, you need to know the maps. I played for quite a bit online and I had such a fantastic time. Even when I was losing and I had a chance to spectate the others racing around, I was still at the edge of my seat just by spectating other players. You'll see some of the craziest swings, jumps, power-ups, and combos ever. Overall, I give this game an 8.0 out of 10. The game is over-the-top fun, and I can even see this being an esport in the near future. I can also see this game being a reason to have a bunch of people over on a Friday night, have a few drinks, and go ape nuts on this game. But to play this game as a local PC multiplayer game doesn't make much sense at all. That's the downside in my opinion. This game is meant to be played on a console because of the party type factor of the game. The online multiplayer is fun as hell, don't get me wrong. But if you are a random playing against a bunch of titans, it's going to shy you away from playing multiplayer online. I would like to see better matchmaking for those noobs trying to get into the game and keeping the titans on their own courses. Because when I was playing, I always seemed to be matched up with guys whose skill level was off of the charts compared to mine. The unlocks are awesome, and the map editor feature is fantastic to have. It will give the game that replayability once the honeymoon phase is over. The game is so simple, anyone can pick up and play, casual and hardcore players alike. The game is fast-paced, has tons of action, and I guarantee it will have you on the edge of your seat 99% of the time, even if you're a spectator. Well guys, that's my spiel. My name is Cujo, PTFO or GTFO, I'm out.